Go to the beach, gonna get a good tanning. Need energy, need vitamin D. White people, black melanin, they don't lack. Gotta have strong bones, cholesterol in scones. Makes vitamin D, kills the arteries. Too much sun gives melanoma. I don't want cancer, I use sunscreen. Balance is important between vitamin D and the cholesterol. Which one do I keep? It's Evo, all about evolution. Diseases are evolving as humans evolve. Oh, screw this song, it's horrible.
These bullet ants are showing some worrying symptoms. Spores from a parasitic fungus called cordyceps have infiltrated their bodies and their minds. Its infected brain directs this ant upwards. Then, utterly disoriented, the ant grips the stem with its mouth. Those afflicted by the fungus discovered by worker ants are taken away to be disposed of, far away from the colony. It seems extreme, but this is why. As the cordyceps mature, the fruiting body of the fungi erupts from the ant's head, slowly but surely. It can take 3 weeks to grow, and the virulent spores will then burst out from the tip, looking for new hosts. One cordyceps can wipe out an entire colony of ants within weeks. These are not limited to ants. There are thousands of types of cordyceps, each tailored to a specific animal. The cordyceps is indeed a fungus to be feared.
So let's talk about a different matter. Hemochromatosis. It's a really long word. Hemochromatosis is a disease that affects 80% of the European population. Hemochromatosis is a buildup of iron in the body. Now, iron is a trace element. Our body barely needs any. It's useful in carrying blood. Too much will actually form little clumps of iron, which is bad for your body, and I'm guessing it would make you slightly magnetic, which would be cool for about 5 seconds until you died. Yeah. So, we've had hemochromatosis for ever so many years. Why does our body have it? I mean, why didn't the people with hemochromatosis die out? Evolution states that they should have died out, and we should just be perfectly fine. Our blood should have a perfect amount of iron. Now, this would be correct if it had no usage whatsoever. See, early in European history, there was the bubonic plague, rats carrying around ticks that had this horrible plague, caused everyone to look really, really bad. Now, this killed millions of people. Just one of the biggest pandemics, maybe not pandemic, biggest diseases in history. Now, hemochromatosis helped counter this disease, it turns out. Our bodies weren't circulating so much blood. Now, our body isn't circulating so much iron with our blood. The body absorbs more from food and everything else, but it stores that away in organs, lungs, liver, everywhere where iron shouldn't be. This starved the body's macrophages of iron, though. Now, iron is like a steroid thing, for the body, pretty much. You feed it to macrophages, they go crazy, Of course, if you feed it to bacteria, they also go crazy, which turned out to be the problem. Normal people who had iron in their blood and macrophages got just had worse effects on the bacteria. The macrophage would eat the bacteria, and the bacteria would feed on the iron in the macrophage. You'd have a party. The people with hemochromatosis, though, did not have so much iron in their macrophages. The thing ate the bacteria. Bacteria starved. It's not doing anything. So, once again, we have an evolutionary trade-off. Do I kill the person from something at age 20? Or do I let them die from something that'll kill them at age 40? Well, if the human body didn't have hemochromatosis and they didn't die at age 40, you're dying at age 20 from the bubonic plague. The body doesn't like that. So, we evolved, not we, the Europeans evolved a way to stockpile iron in their body. People with the plague died at a very young age. Babies, children, everyone was dying. Now, people with this genetic disorder turn fine. They get infected. 1-2 weeks later, they're back up. They're cool. And that is why we have hemochromatosis. A long word. That's also how a lot of other hereditary diseases started. There were two choices the human species in a particular area was faced with. Die from something in the environment that would have killed them earlier, or die from something later. The body obviously chooses something that'll make them die later. You get a little longer life, you get to make more babies, more humans. Yay. And that is hereditary diseases in a nutshell.